Hi guys, it's time for my July favorites, and I'll straight up just say that I am really sick at the moment, so I apologize for the voice, but I really wanted to get this video up for you. I will try to do that with a minimum of coughing fits, but let's have a look and see how we go. So my first favorite from July were these Catherine Polar inks, and I got a set of minis. I can't remember what that mini set is called. There are 3 different sets, and I'll be straight up and say there's already another set on its way to me. But these were recommended to me by a couple of my patrons, and I hadn't really heard of them before, but we were talking about inks, and Scott and Mel suggested these, so I picked up a set and gave them a go, and I really love them. They're a totally different type of sort of pad. It's really spongy. If it's all focus, it's really spongy and it's really juicy, and so it did take me a little while to work out how to use them properly. They require just the tiniest, and I think on their packaging too they call it a love tap, and it is definitely a love tap is all that's required for them. I'm quite used to really pouncing my stamps down, but they just are really beautiful to stamp with, really crisp, beautiful colors, and as this dries it just evens out to a really pretty stamp impression. So I'm super impressed with them. They've got really beautiful colors. I've got a pastel set on its way to me, so I'm looking forward to those, like I need any more ink. But these Catherine Polar inks are definitely a favorite from July. My next favorite from July is this little, it's a little project I made for myself. I have got so many bins of scrap paper, little pieces that they're really hard to look through. Let me show you one. All sorts of bins like this, just full of little scrappy pieces of paper that I don't want to throw away. I do use them a lot, but it's really hard to look through something like this to find what it is that I'm after. So one afternoon I was busy making a separate notebook for myself. This notebook here, which I just put a whole bunch of scrap paper in, and then bound it with my, can't think of the name of the tool. I told you I'm not well, guys. With my Zutter. That's what it was called. And like everything was already out, so some of the leftover pieces I just trimmed down into this, I think it's 3.5 by 5.5 side, and then I punched them all and just bound them together in rainbow order. And my intention is not to use this as like a notepad, but it's to use it as a scrap paper pad. So I can now go through here, I can see what patterns that I want to use on a project, and I can either cut a piece out or I can tear it out. I can tear the whole page out if I need it, but it's just a way more convenient way to store these little scrappy bits of paper. There were hardly any offcuts to this. It just makes it easier to store, and I managed to halve one of these bins to make a couple of these little notepads. So that was definitely a fun idea, a fun storage thing, and a fun way to get rid of some of those scraps. This next favorite for July is a little cheap and cheerful one, a little hand punch from Fiskars. I got this from a Spotlight on sale for about $10. It makes these really cute little cross punches, and I just love it. I got it for my last Project Life, the Bestie edition. My friend Trina picked it out for me, and it's so cute. I really love it. I've got a couple of these, but they just do round holes. I thought they were just sort of round hole punches. I didn't know that there were shaped ones, and this little cross stitch punch is just so cute. And so easy to use, and a really fun addition to my stash. Last weekend I did my first live stream with my patrons, and apart from the very stressful beginning when I couldn't quite get anything to work, I had just the best time live crafting with those girls. They were so supportive and so helpful when it came to putting together my layout. And here's the finished layout, guys. I know that we didn't quite get that right in the end, but this was the finished layout that we put together. And we also created a traveler's notebook insert using a printable digital kit that we were celebrating 50 patrons. So I did a freebie kit, which we put together this notebook using the new Paige Evans Pink Paisley bookbinding tool. And then we put together a few pages on the inside, and once the live stream was over, I was in such a crafty mood that I carried on and almost filled up half of my notebook. So that was a successful day and a really fun challenge for me, and something that I definitely will be repeating again. It was fun not crafting on my own for a change. And my last favorite for the month just squeaked in. It just came at the end of July. I got some alcohol inks. It's something I've wanted to try for a while, and I had an idea to use them for my July One Little Word, which I know I haven't put up for you guys yet. It's coming very soon. I just need a little bit more practice with them. Trying something new was something that I really wanted to do. But again, trying something new does require a little bit of practice to get it right. And I have done quite a lot of practice, I'll be honest. Some more successful than others. It's a medium that I'm not really familiar with. I've just been using a lot of sort of YouTube tutorials and giving it a go. And some I don't love and some I really do. And some results I totally adore. So it's such a fun medium to try. I've been using Yupo paper, and I bought a different sort of synthetic paper, which is a lot thinner but a lot cheaper, so good for my practicing. And I've even done some on transparencies, which are perfect for putting in your pocket page notebook. So this is something that I'm really enjoying. I'm gonna enjoy exploring a little bit more, and hopefully you will see that in my One Little Word process very shortly. So guys, that's it. That's my favorites, well, some of my favorites anyway, from July. Let me know what you've been loving down below, because as you know, I'm always up for a little bit of persuasion. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I will see you again really soon. Bye guys.